Shalom. Before I get started, I want to start by saying Call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Makar Kodash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, the great millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. A peace and salutation to the elect out there labored on and believe in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Makar Kodash to USA Shalom. This is the brother Amawan from the GMS Charlotte camp coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Makar Kodash. And pretty much this lesson, I will entitle this, He Will Destroy Him Who Destroyeth the Earth. Alright? And this is dealing with Esau, the so-called white man. Alright? The man that is in charge of ruling the earth at this current time. You know? And as you can see, man, with the way the current state of the world is, man, that the earth and everything in it is dying under this man's rule. Alright? Now, I had seen this at my job the other day, and I meant to do a video on it, but things ended up, taking place where I couldn't get this lesson done, so I'm gonna do it now. But pretty much, you had on April 22nd, what Esau deems as Earth Day. Now, for whatever reason, the Spirit just had me, kind of look at this and look into it and see what the heck is Earth Day. All right. Now, on Google, I typed in what is Earth Day, and it says Earth Day is an annual event on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection. First held on April 22nd, 1970, it now includes a wide range of events coordinated globally by EarthDay.org, including 1 billion people in more than 193 countries. Now, looking into this, which I'm not really going to get too much into it, I find it quite hypocritical for this devil to, have a whole so-called holiday, for the benefit of helping, restore the earth, when this devil is continually putting things out in this world to destroy the earth and everything in it. All right, because you want to, put the facade on like you so caring about the well-being of the planet, and yet every day you step out, all right, we're being poisoned due to the chemtrails in the sky. The food is, chemicals, is GMOs. The water is poisoned through the fluoride. So we're being destroyed every second that we wake up into this world, man. All right, but this devil will have the nerve to go and make something such as an Earth Day to talk about how and what they're going to do to help, make the planet more, habitable, which is all madness. Because at the end of the day, this is the son of perdition that we're dealing with, man. All right, this devil ultimately, was not set up to govern the world the correct way. Why? Because he is death incarnate, man. All right, he's the harbinger of death, which leads me to my first scripture. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, and it reads, "And there went out another horse that was red, and that horse being Esau." All right, that red horse is the so-called white man. All right, parading around like he is the savior of the earth. It says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword." And this is the so-called white man, in his glory, because he has successfully took peace from the earth, man. Now, literally everything in the planet is suffering under this devil. All right, and the proof of that, real quick, the book of Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, it says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn." All right, and you can obviously see, which of the two is in the rulership seat based off of what's going on the earth, man. All right, it's a constant state of mourning, not only from the people, but the animals are in mourning. The planet itself is in mourning, man. All right, the trees aren't yielding, the plants period ain't yielding the fruit like they naturally would. The earth, is pretty much, you know, lacking in nutrients. All right, the people are malnourished. All right, the animals are bugged out. Everything is messed up because Esau, the so-called white man, you know, is in the rulership seat, and he has took peace from the earth, you know, and he has destroyed everything, man. All right, that's how you know that that's talking about the so-called white man here in Revelation 6 and 4, because he has been given the power to do all these things, man. You know, as a matter of fact, I had this. I'm gonna go ahead and jump to this. This is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means." All right, and we're not deceived because we understand that this so-called white man, the one parading himself to be, you know, this caring, loving individual. All right, he's the devil, man. All right, so we're not deceived because this same man that's talking about how much he wants to save the planet, you know, he wants to do all these things, take the what's the junk called, the net carbon, whatever, he wants to stop the earth from pretty much being destroyed. Yet he's doing the total opposite, man. All right, so we're not deceived. It says, "Let no man be deceived by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." And that's talking about Esau, man. All right, the son of perdition, which goes into the son of destruction. All right, that red horse, because everything this devil touches, he destroys, man. All right, that's why in every land that he has went to, he's turned that area into a barren wasteland. All right, you look at Europe, you look at America. All right, America was a land flowing with milk and honey. Now you look at America, man. This place has been turned into a third world country, and this is all because the so-called white man, all right, has destroyed this place, man. This was a place of great wealth. When the Northern Kingdom was over here, man. They would be able to walk around and just find gold, you know, like rocks over here, man. Different stones, you know. But now everything is depleted, man. Back in the day, you hear stories, from our parents, grandparents. They were able to, be outside, all day, and they would be able to eat, red dirt because that had nutrients in it. Do that now if you want to, and see how quickly you turn up dead, man. But this is all thanks to the so-called white man who was the son of perdition. Verse 4: Who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And that's exactly what he's doing, because he has taken the Most High's ordinances, man, the law, statute, commandments that govern the world, and he's went and flipped it and said that, his ways are God, man. That his science, you know, trumps the workings of the Most High, man. Which you see the result of that, man. Everything is destroyed, man. Everything is dying. All right, because this devil is not supposed to be in a rulership seat. Ultimately, man, the Most High set him up in this position for a reason, which we know that reason is to judge the nation of Israel. But he was never meant to be the long term ruler of this earth, because if he was continued to be allowed to rule, there would be no earth to rule, man. Because as you see, all right, the earth is dying, man, and he shows you this throughout his different movies, such as the one with Will Smith, After Earth, shows you this in Elysium and Wall-E and so on, man. That if this devil will continue to rule, he will destroy everything, man. But that's how we know this is the so-called white man. And just to further prove that, this is back in Proverbs 29:16. It reads, "When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see their fall." And we can tell who the wicked is, based off the clue that it left, you know, going up in verse 2, about, that the wicked was ruling, the people mourn. All right. It tells you that he was the son of perdition. He was the one that leaves a trail of destruction everywhere he goes, man. All right. The clues all lead back to the same person, the so-called white man. All right, and the scriptures let it be known. Continuing on, the first Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7. And this goes into the Greeks. Starting with Alexander the Greek, man. So this is first Maccabees 1-7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did the sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied in the earth. Now, if you understand history, this what Esau teaches in these schools, that they tell you that civilization started with the Greeks, man. But they only go that far back because that was the beginning of them coming into the rulership, you know. So that's why he was able to tell his story, man, which is not accurate history. But nonetheless, ever since he ruled, ever since he gained rulership seat, of the planet, it says the evils were multiplying in the earth, man. Because going from the Greeks all the way down to the Romans until now, since the so-called white man has been ruling, death and destruction has increased exponentially going forward, man. All right, and the earth is suffering the most out of this because we understand through prophecy that the so-called white man was gonna have the rulership seat at the end, but his seed line goes all the way back to the Cain, which Esau was still suffering that curse of Cain, man, that mark of Cain. All right, we're gonna get that, man. This is the book of Genesis chapter 4, verse 11. All right, because like I said, this is going to the curse of Cain. All right, Cain was the first murderer. He murdered his brother Abel. All right, and this is the Most High's judgment that he gave unto him, man. Okay, so I'm going to start here at verse 11, Genesis 4:11. It reads, "And now art thou cursed from the earth, which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth." Now I'm curious to see what this says in the different translations. So let me see this real quick. Okay, so this is the NLT. It says, "No longer will the ground yield good crops for you, no matter how hard you work. From now on, you will be a homeless wanderer on the earth." NIV, when you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer in the earth. All right, but mainly being, it said that the earth was going to yield her strength unto him. All right, and this is why the earth pretty much is barely producing any fruits. With fruit go into all the different vegetation that comes out, man. Because hey, Cain, the seed of Cain is still ruling, man. All right, so until he gets moved out the way, the earth is going to continue to languish, man. That's why everything is pretty much been moved over to GMO, because this devil, he can't bring forth good crops, man. That's why all the vegetables and fruits are smaller than they used to be. You always hear about the apostles and elders going to about how it took two strong men to bring a cluster of grapes home. Now you could hold a cluster of grapes in your hand, man. You know, none of these fruits have seeds in them anymore. You know, everything is diminished under the rule of Esau, because he's still suffering from that curse of Cain, man. All right, and the byproduct of that is that the whole world is pretty much suffering from that from that curse, because Esau is the one in the rulership seat, man. Second Ezra 14:14, or Slacky, no, 14:17. It says, "For look, how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more the evils shall increase upon them that dwell therein." And why is the evils increasing? Going back to the Proverbs 16, 29-16. "When the wicked are multiplied, transgressive increases, but the righteous shall see their fall." So it says back in Second Esdras, "For look how much the world shall be weaker through age." Why? Because Esau was in the rulership seat. The earth said it wasn't going to yield, her fruit unto him. All right, so the earth has become weaker the longer Esau has been ruling. It says, "So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein, right? Because look what Esau was doing in the earth, man. All right, you have a term called fracking, where this devil is literally draining the earth of the oil, which we know the oil is pretty much like the blood of the earth, man. All right, so that's why you're having all these different earthquakes happen, because the earth doesn't have the liquid it needs to pretty much produce what it needs to produce, man. All right. You tearing down all the trees, you know, which gives the earth its oxygen, you know, and also it's moving different animals out of their habitations, which is messing up the the ecosystem, you know, and the food chains, you know, and ultimately, man, you are just putting all things out of order, man, you know. And this isn't just affecting America. This is affecting the whole entire world, man. You know, and these nations are seeing this, and they understand it. That's why when you go into these different parts of the land, man, the so-called white man, all right, he's not welcome in the lands, man. All right, they literally will run him out the land. All right, you saw a glimpse of that a couple years ago over there in Africa. You know, they was pretty much exiling them Edomites over there, man. You know, but these nations are seeing what this devil is doing, and they're angry just like the rest of us are, man, because they know that these devils are destroying everything, man. You know, this is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the end, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldst give reward unto the servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." And the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, is going to destroy Esau because he's destroying the earth, man. You know, and everybody is waiting for this devil to be taken out the way, man. Because like I said, they understand this devil is the devil. They even call him the great Satan, man. In some countries, man. You know, you look over in the Middle East, man. All right, they hate Esau, man. All right, they can't stand Esau, man, and that's why they're constantly bombing those rats over in the land of Israel, man. All right, because they know that they're the devil, man. You know, just like the animals. The animals know that Esau was the devil. That's why a lot of the time when you see those videos and shows about animals attacking, who the main one they're attacking is Esau, man. You know, the whole earth is at war with this devil, man. All right, because he has totally destroyed everything and messed up the righteous flow of things, man. You know, this is the book of Psalms 82 and 5. It says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." Right, and you can see that just by walking outside, man. You know, is is in the middle of so-called springtime, and yet you're still having cold days, man. All right, you having snow in parts of the world that it's not supposed to snow in, man. All right, the seasons are all out of whack. You know, everything is loopy because this devil has messed up the foundations of the earth, man. Everything is out of course, man. All right, and he's able to do that through his different forms of technology or technology, such as the heart machine. You know, which that's how he controls the weather, is able to make these storms, which we know is ultimately through the Most High that gave him the power to make those and do those things. But ultimately, the Lord is using this devil to bring chaos to this earth so that he can destroy him, man. So he'll be justified when he takes him out, man. You know? But they don't understand the ordinance of everything because they don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. You know? They do the things they do things out of their own, wicked imagination. And you see the byproduct of how everybody else is suffering out of that, man. All right, because everything is dying. I'm gonna keep saying that, man. And I got a couple articles to go into that, but you know, the scriptures must come out first. So this is Isaiah 24 and 3. It says, "The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant." Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Right, because the Most High is going to have to bring those thermonuclear missiles, those ICBM nuclear missiles, to pretty much burn and replenish this place, man. Because Esau has totally, defiled everything, through his wickedness, man. All right, you got this man, pretty much defiling the land, All right, first of all, you spilling the blood of the saints, which defiles the land. All right, you defiling the animals because this devil practices bestiality, you know. And like I said, he's messed everything up, man. So the Lord has to use that fire to cleanse the filth of this place, man. All right, because like I said, you can look and see the climate of the world right now and determine, you know, is this really how God intended man to live on the earth? And the answer is no. All right, the animals show you that, man. Matter of fact, Proverbs 12:7. Ask now the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Who knoweth not all? Who's like it? Who knoweth not in all these that the hand of the Lord have wrought this? All right, and the earth and the animals are speaking, letting you know that, man. Hey, that this devil has to go, because if he don't, all right, everything will die, man. That's why you seen all these animals kill themselves, man. You seeing birds falling out the air. These animals of the ocean, whales and fish, washing up, beaching themselves or whatever, you know, because the oceans are defiled, man. All right, like I said, man, the air has been poisoned, you know. The earth itself is crying out, man. That's why you have all these natural disasters, man. Tsunamis, earthquakes, volcanoes erupting. That's been laying dormant for years. You know, hey, the earth is speaking out, man. The animals are speaking out, man. So you should it should be an eye opener to let you know, man. This is the end of the world. All right, and just giving you an example, okay. The animals are speaking. All right, this was a video of this gorilla that Esau named Coco. All right, but this gorilla knew sign language, and it gave a message unto mankind, but we know who mankind is that they were talking to, which mainly being the so-called white man. But this is off of dailymail.co.uk. It says video Pharaoh Coco, the gorilla who proved animals can talk to us. She learned 1,000 words of sign language, but died grieving she never had a baby. But listen to what the gorilla said. Oh, look what this gorilla said, man. All right, because these animals are a lot smarter than what Esau, tried to make it seem like, man. All right. So this gorilla actually let it be known.
Takeout is putting me in debt. Me paying the delivery.
Damn commercial. Bear with me real quick. All right, but look at this. All right, but that go to show you, man, that even these animals know who the devil is and what he's doing. As it said, man, or as she said, you know, nature sees you. These that's why these animals are constantly attacking these Edomites, man, because they know that they're the devil, man. All right, they know they're the ones putting them in these zoos, pretty much. And these zoos are like jails, you know, to the animals, man. That's why you seeing these different documentaries like Blackfin, you know, the newest one on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but it goes into, matter of fact, let me see if I can find that one real quick. You know, for brothers that's into that. Seaspiracy, you know, this is a good one to show you how Esau is polluting the oceans, you know. But all these different documentaries, you know, and videos is showing you how the earth is letting it be known that this devil is destroying everything, man. All right. And another way that the animals are speaking, okay, this is off of endtimeprophecy.org. It says massive animal deaths for 2021, okay, and it is going into, you know, the different signs to show you of how these how these animals are just dying in massive numbers, showing you that, hey, it's like we are at the end, man. Okay, it says below is a list of worldwide massive animal deaths for 2021. With pages also for mass die-off from the previous 9 years, there are animals dying all over the world today in huge numbers. Due to the polluted state of the sea and air, millions of fish and massive numbers of various marine creatures are washing ashore dead. Birds are falling dead out of the sky, and millions of poultry and wildlife are dying from avian flu. The animals of the land are also dying in large numbers. Now, although animals and fish have been dying all throughout history, we have not seen the massive, consistent numbers that we are seeing today. Please remember, this is just one of many signs of the last days. It's time to wake up. So whoever wrote this site, you know, they obviously can see, you know, what's going on, man. Now, this goes in this list right here goes into the massive numbers of bees death, which for brothers we can see that you know, the importance of, you know, why the Most High made bees, because this pollen has been out of control, man. You know, brothers' allergies been killing. Even brothers that don't got allergies is being affected by this pollen, man. But that's one of the main things that we understand why the Most High made bees for, man. Okay, but it says some people say this is all a mystery. Some people say these are natural die-offs. Some people say that chemtrails are the cause. Some say called by Fukushima. Some people say it's due to man's pollution. Others say this is God's judgment. Whatever the cause, we know one thing for sure, that this was prophesied to happen in the Bible. And he actually gives on point Bible verses, you know, Hosea 4, 1 through 3, Zephaniah 1, 2 and 3, Revelation 11 and 18, which I just brought out. All right, showing you that, hey, this is getting real out here, man. You know, hey, these people are waking up to see that, hey, this is prophecy of the Most High, man, that the Lord is speaking through the earth, man. The earth is letting you know that, hey, we are in the end, man. All right. It says March 2019, 500 million bees have died during 3 months in just 4 states in Brazil. All right. So it goes on. I'm gonna just read a couple of these, man. All right. It says on March 28, 2021, hundreds of dead pufferfish found washed up on a beach in Cape Town, South Africa. Uh, March 26, 2021, thousands of dead fish washed up in a lake of Oxenenburg, New York. Seven dead dolphins found after 40 become beached. In Saudi Arabia, millions of dead jellyfish washing up, massive increase around the world. 3 sperm whales dead. And see, and you can just, you know, go on your old time and look at this, but man, but this is the animal showing you, man. All right, I'm gonna read this again. Job 12 and 7. But now ask the beast, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the air, and they shall tell thee, or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee, who knoweth not in all these things that the hand of the Lord have wrought this, right? This is the Most High, you know, letting you know through the earth and the animals that we are at the end, man. All right? So just finishing out, because, hey, we understand that this is not how the Most High made us to live on this earth, man. But for the elect, Lord willing, that we be of that number, we have a beautiful thing to look forward to, because the Most High is going to renew this place, and He's going to renew it after He destroys the main culprits, which is being the so-called white man, Esau, all right, and their infrastructure, which is America, over there in Atlanta, Israel, and various parts of the world, man. All right, it's going to be a great refresher coming, okay? But this is Second Peter chapter 3, verse 10, and you see they had the title of the rest of the scriptures, a new heaven and earth. But it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." And we understand that this fervent heat that is talking about is coming from the ICBM nuclear missiles, which is going to burn and cleanse this place and everywhere else they hit, man. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? All right, knowing that we're in the end, man. How should you be holding yourself? Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Lord, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, because the Most High is going to melt every remnant of Esau's kingdom, man. All right, it's not going to be a trace of him being in the rulership seat when the Most High brings His judgment. Point 13. Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Right, because the Most High is going to set us back in the proper rulership seat, man. Because the Israelites are the true rulers of this earth. All right, we are going to govern the earth due to the law, statute, commandments, which teach you on how to govern the earth, and righteousness is going to dwell therein, man. Death is no longer going to be in the earth when the Israelites rule, which goes back to, let's say, the Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. It's not going to be just the people. Everything is going to rejoice in that day. Everything is going to go back to the way the Most High created it to be, man. All right, the earth is going to have its full abundance again, man. The people are going to be able to actually, live and be healthy, youthful, you know. All right, and the animals are going to be able to be free at last, man. All right, the Lord's going. He's bringing righteousness in all forms, man. That's only going to happen when this earth it gets renewed, man. All right. Revelation 21:1 said once again the new heaven and the earth. It said, "And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea." Right. That's going into you know a new age. All right, because the earth abideth forever. All right, like it tells you. In fact, let me get that real quick. I believe it's in Isaiah. Ecclesiastes 1:4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. All right. So proving to you, the Most High is not going to destroy the whole earth. Okay. So when you hear the end of the end of the world, it's talking about the end of an age. So once again, Revelation 21:1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So it's going to be a new, a new rulership, man. There's going to be a whole new way of living, because it's going to be governed by the Israelites, man. All right, so everything's going to be righteous, man. You know, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh by Shem Yahushai out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for a husband. That's going to be when the elect come off those ships, man. All right, and begin to put the earth, back right, man. All right, we're gonna be going, throughout the earth, setting everything back in its righteous order, man. Putting the heathen in slavery, purging the rebels out, you know, taking the heathen, putting them in chains, and like I said, putting the earth back in its righteous order, man. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh Shem Yahushai himself shall be with them and be their power." And Yahweh Shem Yahushua will wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And that's what we seek for, man. Is to be at total peace. You know, when we get the kingdom, man. You know, everything's gonna be back in this righteous state, man. We ain't gotta worry about no more fuckery, man. Excuse my French, you know. But everything's gonna be totally perfect. And Esau is gonna be taken out the way. So we ain't never gonna have to worry about no other Edomite coming in and throwing the order off, man. And everything's gonna rejoice in that day, man. You know? Even like I said, even the trees, man, you know. Everything is gonna rejoice, man. And you know, to prove that, Isaiah 14 and 8. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start up. Let me see. Alright, I'm gonna start at Isaiah 14 and 4. Thou shalt take up this parable against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. Right, because when Esau is he's taken out of power, that's it. Alright. Babylon's gonna be destroyed and Esau is gonna be in chains, man. Alright, and that's that. He's never gonna be able to rise back up again. The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers, right? He's gonna have all power stripped from him, man. You know? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Alright? Because when he was in the power seat, he didn't show nothing mercy, man. Alright, so when he got his red ass in chains, getting his back beaten, alright, he ain't gonna be showing no mercy, man. Alright? Because not only is the Israelites gonna be having a foot in his ass, but these other nations are gonna get their parts in too. They're gonna get their licks in too, man. Because he mistreated them as well, man. You know? Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Alright? So showing you that everything is going to be, you know, rejoicing in Yahweh Shem Yahushua when Esau is taken out of power, man. Even the trees, man. Because you got to remember, everything has Yahweh Shem Yahushua's spirit in it, man. Alright? That's why everything, you know, operates the way that they do, man. Alright? The animals, you know, have their purpose of why, you know, they're put here, man. Alright? The trees, the water, everything, alright? Everything is going to rejoice. The earth itself is going to rejoice, man. Alright? Because the fella that goes into, you know, the Esau cutting the trees down, man. So like I said, they're gonna rejoice, man, because they ain't gotta worry about, you know, no more deforestation. You know, this devil just going and cutting them down for no reason. All right. Verse 9: hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead of thee, even the chief ones of the earth. They have raised up their thrones to the King of nations. And that's pretty much, you know, the point. Because it's going into Esau, you know, losing that power and pretty much being put back on the bottom where his red base ass belong, man. All right. So at the end of the you know, the end all be all of that, man. Hey, when Israel gets the kingdom, man, hey, everything's gonna be at peace. Everything's gonna be put back the way that the Most High created it to be, man. All right. So with that, you know, I pray this is edifying. You know, that was pretty much my lesson. So I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kwakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders, a great millstone, the time of this truth and the rule well. A peace and salutation to the elect out there. Keep laboring, keep the faith, and keep pushing.